Hey dumplings, Dave Desai, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to get into Jisoo and Jungkook and what was being said about them by a certain very well-known celebrity and their book and post. I wanted to get into what a HYBE trainee said about BTS and what happened there. But before we jump into it, we do have a word from today's sponsor, so let's roll that clip. I'm so excited to announce today's sponsor, Skillshare. For 2022, I am sure we all have some goals we'd like to accomplish, and the best way to do that is to learn something new. This channel will obviously teach you new things, but for things I can't teach you, like new skills, you can go on Skillshare. And they do it in the same educational and also entertaining way. On Skillshare, you have such a huge range of things you can learn. A new language, making music, producing music, etc. You can reach your own goal. Not everyone's goal is to be a professional. Sometimes you just want a hobby. And whatever that goal is, you'd be able to find fulfillment learning it. And if the videos are going too fast, you can just rewind the video or find a new one. There's never any ads, and there's always new premium fun videos coming in to be able to learn from. So if you find you're not interested in learning how to make music, you can learn how to draw or learn how to Photoshop or sing your favorite K-pop song and maybe just kickstart your creative career. Singing is not as hard as you may think. For example, one by the HYBE Voice Academy called Singing Made Easy, you can see how many students are learning from him. He warms up how to breathe properly and even how to say vowels to sing better. The first 1,000 of you dumplings who use the link below will get 1 month free to explore your creativity. You can literally watch all the videos in whatever you want and you don't have to pay for it. So go down there and get that, and thank them for sponsoring today's video. So hater or not, make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell on, grab your dumpling and Spilling Mug merch, and let's jump into it. So before we get into the bulk of what happened, I do need to give some backstory on both Jungkook and Jisoo. I don't think either of them have ever formally met. I know Taeyang and Jisoo have formally met, but not Jungkook. However, there has always been rumors of Jungkook and Jisoo dating, or more specifically, BTS and a BLACKPINK member dating. This is nothing new. People also ship Jungkook with someone, and it's going to be another popular girl group. However, it's not just that. Either BTS and BLACKPINK will always be competing with each other. Not the group themselves, but the fandom. Both fandoms want their groups to be number one. The difference is a lot of blinks are pretty chill or more chiller. They don't typically sit there and send death threats or take it too far. I've seen blinks hate on someone, but they'll simply just leave a comment or a dislike, whereas a lot of armies will take things a little bit too far, from contacting employers to harassing the TV networks. And sometimes maybe it's justified, but a lot of the times it's not. But because of the beef within the fandom and the fans' desire for their group to be number one, there's always this conversation within the fandom like BLACKPINK is only successful because BTS paved the way, or whatever they say. And staying neutral here, I will also say, armies will say BTS is not K-pop. BTS paved their own thing. So if BTS is their own thing, then how do they pave their way for K-pop? Now, I personally do believe BTS has paved the way for K-pop, but I don't think BLACKPINK hasn't worked hard themselves or paved their own way, because a lot of people who love BTS in America aren't necessarily fans of BLACKPINK, and vice versa. The music, the art, and everything is completely different. So now that you've caught up with the quote-unquote beef between the two groups, keep in mind that there is no actual beef within the groups at all. They don't hate each other, and currently, since both labels have merged, they are obviously okay with each other. So it was announced not too long ago that Beyonce put out a book called Virgo Yearbook or something, and of course listed all the actors, singers, and famous people that fall within the Virgo astro sign. These people, of course, aren't just random compilations of every famous person ever. It's people that Beyonce likes, or maybe her team helped her pick. We don't know. But I do know that she wouldn't endorse someone who would make her look bad. Like if there was someone who is not a feminist and very openly says that, that person may not make it to Beyonce's yearbook. But apparently Jungkook did make it, which at the time was the first time that Beyonce had acknowledged a K-pop idol, and also made fans think that she admires him. They're both people of color, both excellent singers and dancers, and both have paved the industry for their own race. I can totally see why Beyonce would like Jungkook a lot. Now, if you don't know, Jisoo's birthday had just passed, and first off, happy late birthday. And of course, Beyonce's yearbook has been completed already, so she'll probably have to wait to put out another one. But on Beyonce's official website, she posted about Jisoo's birthday, which also made fans think that Beyonce honors Jisoo and loves her as well. I don't know if Beyonce runs her official website, but I don't see one at all. I absolutely love that Beyonce is bringing more spotlight to Korean culture and music. I'm also hoping Korean music becomes more widely accepted in mainstream media. People who saw that Beyonce had mentioned Jisoo and Jungkook, some were happy, others were mad. This was just another moment where Jisoo and Jungkook were going to be brought up together again, as if that is something that is so bad. But then people were saying how this is causing some fan wars between the two again, saying if either of them deserve to be acknowledged like this. The comparisons actually kill me, because Bernie Bernie Sanders also made it to Beyonce's yearbook. Why not start a fan war with Bernie fans and Jisoo? Just be mature and let both Jungkook and Jisoo coexist peacefully. I wish these haters knew that everyone is just trying to make a living and survive. That's all they want, is to just live, and instead of living your own lives and fixing what it is that is bothering you, and stop sending hate, because if you're sending hate, you clearly have some issues you need to work on. I bet there's people sending Jisoo hate for existing, and her and Jungkook's name is together with Beyonce. But I also think there might be hate sent to Beyonce because her mentioning Jisoo has caused some issues with Jungkook fans. We need to stop tiptoeing around stuff that we believe causes fan wars. You can't stop fan wars, and in order for things to change, these fans need to know that it's okay to mention two idols together without anything bad happening between them. Thank you, Beyonce, for being an inclusive, amazing feminist, as you normally are. I think she knew that big statement that she was giving by highlighting Jisoo. Jisoo and Jungkook are both the nicest people ever, and they have actively shown how nice they are, from Jungkook helping clean after a show to Jisoo being super cute and adorable at talk shows. There hasn't been a single person that has ever complained that these people are rude or mean. It became kind of this really nice and amazing rumor that BTS was so nice. And I say rumor because us as fans, we can never know what is true or not. And sometimes when we think someone is nice, they end up not being so. But in this case, I actually have proof that BTS are really nice and great people. A HYBE trainee actually came out and confirmed the rumors. A former trainee anyway. Apparently this trainee is a YouTuber now, and I can't seem to find their channel, but this was said by some news sites. They talked about how this former trainee slash YouTuber trained alongside BTS and had never seen anyone as kind as the members are, saying that even when BTS was just trainees, they had great chemistry and amazing teamwork and always supported each other. This definitely matches up with everything we've heard about them, and they are kind and love each other. This much you can't hide. And them treating their staff with kindness and respect is something we constantly hear over and over again about them. I never understood the celebrities that are mean. It makes no sense to me. We have lived in a world where you can literally see a celebrity with so much talent literally disappear after a year or two, and they disappear because they either decide to leave their label, or what has happened many times is people get fed up with that celebrity's diva attitude and they replace that celebrity with this new upcoming celebrity that is much kinder and is starting to get a lot more fans. When you're rude to the people that are literally putting you on a platform, putting you on TV and hurting them, that is basically career suicide. I don't care if a celebrity is fake nice to all their staff members. We have all faked being nice to people. It's part of life. Celebrities are not excused from that, so just be nice. There's never a reason to go and yell at someone or throw coffee in someone's face. Thankfully, all things BTS has never done, which, by the way, when you're nice to a lot of people, even if your career is kind of falling off, I'm not talking about BTS, but just anyone, it becomes a lot harder to fail because you have very powerful people who love you, like love you as a person, not because you make them money. And those people will stand behind you. They will literally put out all the stops to help save your career. There is nothing more important than being nice. Be nice. That's it. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Let me know what you think, and if you want to see more K-pop reaction videos, go to my Patreon, link below. I can't post them here due to copyright, but we can get all sorts of reaction videos and requests over there. It's a great way to support the channel even more if you would like to do that. Thank you so much for this lovely comment right here. I love you so much, and there'll be some videos that will pop up on screen at the end of this video. Click on one of those, and I'll see you over there. Bye.